What's up, goodies? Welcome back again to my channel and to my kitchen. So if you're new here, a special welcome to you. Make sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss another upload. And for all I'm returning goodies, no don't know say, I'm loving it to the max. Let's get cooking. So here I have some flour in the bowl. Make sure you add some salt. Alright guys, even though the butter is, I'm using salted margarine, but you still want to give your crust some flavor. Alright, salt adds so much flavor. You don't want to over add the salt though. So just add a pinch of salt, maybe like a quarter teaspoon of salt, just to flavor your dough. Alright. Now for the recipe guys, I'm using some very hard margarine. You could also use butter. Now ensure that it has a nice yellow color, alright, because you want it to give your crust a little color. So you could always cut your butter or your margarine in some small pieces, but I love to grate mine, so that's what I'm doing here. Now ensure that your water is very cold, alright guys. So I did use the whole of the butter guys, even though I showed you that part. I grated all of it. So in total I used 2 sticks of butter. Now because I'm using 2 different types of margarine, so that's why they have 2 different shapes, but I'm using 2 sticks, alright, in total. Now what I'm gonna do here is to just use my clean hands to just form the flour mixture into like a breadcrumb texture. Alright, so what I do is you just use your hands to kind of squeeze the butter or the margarine with the flour, just to get the bread like consistency. Alright, so as you can see, the flour, it has the color of the butter. Now if you use a much yellow butter than mine, then your dough is going to have a more yellow color. Alright, so just gradually add your very cold water. Now if you like and your water is not very cold, you could also add some ice cubes. Alright, the colder the butter, the colder the water, the more flaky your crust will be. Now for the recipe, you don't want your crust, you don't want your dough to be very soft. Alright, you just want to add a little water. So in total I added maybe about 6 tablespoons or so of water. Alright, just remember that the butter and the margarine has moisture, so you're not gonna need a whole lot of water to form your dough. Alright, so I'm not gonna be adding any more water. I'm just gonna knead until it forms the dough. Now I'm not going to delete any of this part. I want to ensure that you see every bit of it. Alright guys, so that's what I'm doing here. Now just keep kneading and keep squeezing the dough together until it forms a nice ball. Alright, now I don't like to feel the little pieces of flour on my hands, so once I use the clean hands guys, don't take it wrong if you take out the flour and just add it to the dough that you're forming. Alright, so just keep kneading as you see I'm doing here until your dough forms. Alright, so all the ingredients will be listed in the description box. Also guys, you can follow me on Instagram at recipe_Tamara. Also please share the video guys, it will help my channel to grow. Alright, also guys, you want to knead until you have a clean bowl. You don't want to leave any bits of flour in your bowl. Alright, and just keep placing the dough that you formed on the little pieces of flour that is left in the bowl, and just kind of clear everything out of the bowl. Alright guys, afterwards you're just gonna pinch to form a ball. Alright, so just keep tucking in the dough until it becomes softer. Alright, now that's what I did until I achieved this texture. Alright, now after I got this texture, I'm just going to wrap my dough in you can wrap it in plastic, but I'm gonna place mine in a bag. Alright, a little plastic bag, and then I'm gonna tie it, place it in my refrigerator. You can place it in there for like, you can even do it up to a day guys. Alright, now this is my grated coconut. Now, pertaining to the coconut, you don't want to remove the juice from the coconut. All right, you just want to grate your coconut, and then you add your sugar, and then I'm gonna add some yellow almond to mine. And yes guys, the yellow almond give it so much flavor. All right, so I'm gonna add some in there, and then I'm gonna add some vanilla. I'm gonna add some almond. All right, so I'm adding almond here. I added the yellow almond earlier. No, the almond is very strong, so I'm adding like half of the cork. All right, you could also use your shredded coconut as well. Now guys, for the recipe, it do takes a lot of sugar. So if you're a person who is diabetic, then you wanna cut down. Alright, really, even if you make it, you wanna eat like a piece or so, because you have to check your health. Alright, I did also added some cinnamon powder and some mixed spice. Now you wanna add your favorite spices, and then you're going to mix to combine them together. Now for the recipe guys, you wanna ensure that the sugar is absorbed in the coconut. All right, now for that to happen, you have to mix it very well, and then you're gonna cover it and let it rest. All right, now you wanna make your filling ahead of time, and then you're gonna cover it and let it rest, as I said earlier. The longer you rest it, the more the sugar will be absorbed in the coconut. All right, so I'm gonna just cover my filling and just let it rest. So after resting, I will return. Okay guys, so at this point my dough, it is firm. So I'm gonna just divide it into half, and then I'm gonna just cut it in some smaller pieces. Now from this I want to make 10 gizzada. Alright, so I'm gonna just divide up the dough, and then the other portion I am going to place it in my refrigerator. Alright, you want to ensure that at all times your dough is cold. Now it all depends on the size that you want for your gizzada. Now if you want yours to be smaller, or if you want it to be bigger, then you can go ahead and do it the size that you like. Alright, now I am not perfect at the size, so I'm gonna try to make them be the same size. But if not, then we just work the same, because I'm gonna know where it's more than in my belly. Alright, so I'm just trying to make them as even as I can. Alright guys, so after doing so, I'm just gonna form them into like some small balls, and then I'm just gonna work one at a time. Now we work very slow, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the rest of them in the bag, place them in the fridge, and then I'm gonna work in one dough at a time. Alright, or one dough ball then at a time. So at this point, I'm gonna use a rolling pin just to get my dough into like a circular shape. Alright, now you don't want to flatten your dough too much though guys. You want it to have a little thickness, but not too much. Alright, so like this thickness is good enough. Alright, so ensure that at all times your dough is cold. Now I'm gonna be using my index finger to press on the dough, and then I'm gonna use my thumb and my index finger to pinch in between my index finger. Alright guys, so based on what I am doing, that's what you're going to do. But trust me, practice becomes perfect, and as I start doing it guys, it's gonna be perfect. Alright, so the more you do it, the better you will be. So you could always leave your crust like this, or sometimes I like to pinch it go right around, so it looks like the sun then, so it has a unique shape when I do this. So this is my preference, but if you want to do it the way I did it earlier, then no problem. So now I place my crust into the baking container. Alright, so what you want to do is to ensure that you add enough filling into your crust. Alright, but you don't want your filling to go on the tray, because while baking it's going to burn, because the sugar is in the crust. is in the coconut. Alright, so once sugar is a part of it, guys, once it start bake, it will burn, and then it'll burn quickly. Alright, so you want to ensure that you place your filling properly in your crust. Alright, so I like to use a spoon, and then I'm gonna just flatten it and ensure that it fits perfectly in my crust. So guys, my gizzada, they're out of the oven. I got 10 gizzada. As you can see, some bigger than some, but guys, me don't mind the size. Me just want to know say me I enjoy my gizzada. Alright, now I'm placing mine to cool completely. After it's cool, then I'll break one and let you see how it looks inside. Now I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to send me your photos on Instagram, and also share the video, guys, and give it a thumbs up, and don't leave without subscribing. Alright, as you can see, guys, they're looking amazing. The crust is so flavorful, the filling is so flavorful as well. It has a golden brown color, just the way I love it. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I do appreciate you watching me. Thank you so much, and take care, guys.